Hello, everybody. How's it going? All right, I'm Trevor Hodde. I'm a engineering manager at Vivox, and I'm here to talk today about integrating Vivox's safe text feature into Krafton's ecosystem. Oh, look at that. Perfect. All right, I'm here today with Soim Choi from Krafton. She's a product manager at the publishing platform, Krafton. And what we want to talk about today is that we're building something that's more than just a chat feature. We want to prove that using strong infrastructure combined with expert partners, we can build a safe communications ecosystem. And we also want to talk about how Krafton wove it into their live operations. So first, let's just dive into what Vivox is. Vivox serves over 100 million monthly active users across 180 countries, processing billions of voice minutes per month. PUBG, League of Legends, and dozens of other AAA titles all run on Vivox. We also support over 15 platforms across multiple engines. That includes consoles and mobile devices. You can also find us in the Unity Asset Store and get started for free today. Vivox has three main channel types. You've got your group channels, which is your team chat or your lobbies. You've got 3D positional channels, which allows players to hear other players around them, and it helps build a more immersive spatial audio experience. And there's also echo channels for doing things like mic testing. A player can participate in up to 10 channels at a time, and noise suppression is enabled by default. That includes acoustic echo cancellation and automatic gain control across all platforms, including consoles. We also support auto connection recovery for up to 30 seconds at the SDK level. That comes up a lot with mobile devices and walking around, and if you drop a connection, you're able to reconnect. Recently, we also released a new feature called voice fonts. This allows a player to modify their voice in-game, and it's been useful for combating toxicity through voice anonymization. We consider that to be just one more step towards a safer and more fun ecosystem for all of our players. Now we'll talk about text. Enterprise customers with dedicated servers can support up to 2,000 players per channel, and players can be in up to 10 channels at once. Vivox's text supports channel and direct messages, message edits and deletes, and a 7 to 30-day chat history window. We've partnered closely with Krafton to evolve our text roadmap too, as we continue to modernize and improve our text offering. Accessibility matters. Vivox's speech-to-text is powered by Google Cloud and supports over 125 languages per user in real time. We also have a text-to-speech offering, which synthesizes text directly into a voice channel. Together, they partnered to support CVAA compliance, which is required for all games shipped after 2018. On this foundation, here's what Krafton built. Over to you, Soim.
Thank you, Trevor. Hi, everyone. I'm Soim Choi, product manager or Krafton publishing platform team. Vivox provides a strong foundation for safe, seamless player communication, but what does it take to make this technology work in real game operation? Today, I'd like to share how Krafton connected Vivox technology to the tools and workflows our operators use every day. What do players remember most about a game? The graphic, the rank, or the result of their last match? Of course, all of those things matter. But when I think back on the games I played, what I remember most is often not the game itself. It's the people. The teammate I met for the first time, but clicked with right away. The friend who stayed with me through a difficult match, or the conversation that made an ordinary session memorable. These shared experiences are an important part of why players keep coming back to a game. This is what makes social play so valuable. Players play together and create a positive experience. The experience gives them a reason to play again. When they return, they create another shared experience, and the cycle continues. Communication sits at the center of this cycle. It helps players understand each other, share moments, and stay connected beyond a single match. Good communication can turn a stranger into someone you want to play with again. So communication is not only a feature. It shapes how social play feels and whether players want to return. But social play does not happen only between people who already know each other. As it expands from friends to new players, safe communication becomes even more important. With close friends, players already share context. They understand each other's tone, their jokes, and their intentions. But when players meet strangers, the shared context does not exist. A message that seems harmless to one player may feel aggressive or offensive to another. And when communication becomes unsafe, players stop communicating. They avoid new people, and eventually the social play cycle breaks. That's why moderation is not separate from social play. It is what allows social play to expand safely from friends to new players. Vivox already provides powerful moderation capabilities. It can identify player reports and AI-detected moderation incidents. But from an operator perspective, detecting an incident is only the beginning. Imagine an operator reviewing an incident in the Unity dashboard. The operator can see the communication details, but the user is identified by a Vivox user ID. To understand who the player is, the operator has to read the dashboard, open the game admin tool, search for the corresponding game account, and reveal the full case across multiple systems. Sometimes the operator also needs to check previous reports, account history, or existing restrictions. For a single case, this may be manageable, but at scale, it becomes a serious operational problem. If operators have to rebuild every case across multiple systems, moderation will not scale. This led us to an important product decision. Communication belongs to Vivox. Vivox provides the voice and text check technology, the moderation capabilities, and the communication data. But the player belongs to the game environment. The game account, the player's history, and the applicable game policies, and the final operation actions or belong to Krafton and the game team. So instead of asking operator to move between separate products, we decided to connect these responsibilities through the Krafton platform. Our goal was not to rebuild Vivox. Our goal was to make Vivox moderation usable inside the operator's real workflow. This is what the workflow looks like. First, Vivox captures a player report or detects the moderation incident. That incident is then connected to the corresponding game account through the Krafton platform. The operator can review the case in the Krafton admin portal together with the information needed to make a decision. This may include the incident's details, the game accounts, the relevant policy, and previous operational history. From there, the operator can take an action, such as applying a chat restriction according to the game's policy. The real-time communication technology still remains inside Vivox, and the final enforcement decision still remains with the game. What the platform provides is a connected operational workflow between the two. Building the integration was not only about connecting APIs. We had to design for real operational conditions. There were 3 areas we focused on. First, failure. What happens when an external request fails? What does the operator see? And how can the operator understand whether an action was successfully applied? The system must make failures visible and recoverable. Second, scale. Moderation does not happen one case at a time forever. Operators need to review many incidents across multiple games under time pressure. The workflow must remain simple even as the number of cases grows. Third, the operator. The product must use the operator's language, not the API's language. Operators should not have to understand how Vivox IDs, platform IDs, and game accounts are technically connected. They should be able to focus on the player, the incident, and the right action. A good integration connects systems. A good product removes unnecessary work from the person using them. The next question was scale. Krafton operates multiple games. Each game has its own players, its own policies, and its own operational needs. Those differences should remain. But every game should not have to rebuild the same basic moderation integration from the beginning. By creating a shared platform foundation, we can reuse common capability such as authentication, account mapping, policy management, incident review, and operator workflows. Each game can then apply its own rules and policies on top of that foundation. A good platform does not remove differences between games. It removes repeated work. But the value of this shared foundation goes beyond operational efficiency. It allows each game to spend less time rebuilding the same moderation capabilities and more time creating safer and richer social experiences for players. And ultimately, the reason we build this operational foundation is the player experience. At the beginning of this talk, I asked what player most remember about a game. In the end, players do not remember the moderation system. They do not remember which operator tool was used or how many systems were connected. They remember how the experience made them feel. They remember the teammate who helped them. The conversation that made the games more enjoyable. And the people who wanted to play with a game. Today, I talked about moderation and operations, but those were never the final goal. The real goal is to help players communicate safely, but meaningful connections. Vivox provides the communications and moderation technology that makes this experience possible. Krafton connects that technology to game accounts and real game operation. And together, we can build safer communication, better player experiences, and better social play. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we'll dive back into Vivox a little bit. Starting with the voice side of things, our real-time recording service records all voice by default, and it streams over a secure WebSocket. Audio data is sent every 15 seconds along with JSON metadata, which describes that sample. So you host a secure WebSocket server, and Vivox pushes the data over a token-authenticated link. The metadata carries speaker, listener, and channel info, along with mute, kick, join, and leave events with timestamps. This allows the developer to get a full picture of moderation events in real time. Why does this matter? The listeners field lets us track not just who spoke, but who actually heard it and in what channels. Combined with mute and kick status, plus join and leave timestamps, real-time recording becomes forensic-grade evidence and opens up real voice moderation. It paints a picture of what happened, so you can apply moderation to your games in real time. Our real-time recording service allows developers to bring their own moderation to Vivox. Third-party voice moderation tools integrate with Vivox directly through the Unity dashboard. Integration is fast and easy, and it supports event detection down to the millisecond, meaning you, as a developer, can apply auto, mute, flag, ban, moderation actions in real time. It also supports voice-based estimation for minor protection. Now onto safe text. Vivox's safe text feature screens every text message sent to a group channel or a DM in real time, blocking banned words and profanity before delivery. Krafton's chat pipeline routes every message through GGWP via Vivox's safe text, catching abusive or banned language in real time. These events are all reported and tracked in the Unity dashboard, where a developer can view metrics, moderation events, and community or player health. This gives a full picture of player history, meaning developers can take firmer action against repeat offenders and apply sanctions directly through the dashboard, or have automation handle the sanctions for them. So that's the full picture. A safe ecosystem needs three things together: proven infrastructure, expert partnerships like we've built with GGWP, and openness, so teams can bring a safe and fun ecosystem to their users, just like Krafton. Technology must prove itself through operational efficiency, and ours did. If you're preparing a global service, consider the harmony of infrastructure, partnership, and openness. Thank you.